Welcome everybody to the first major tournament recap of the 2025 season for the Masters tournament at Augusta National Golf Club. Today we're going to be covering everything important that happened in the first round of the tournament, so please sit back and enjoy the news coverage. Augusta National Golf Club is the home to the Masters tournament and the first major of every golf season. For many people, this is their favorite tournament heading into the year, and it's where we get to see a lot of fan favorites and popular golfers showcase their entire skill set. There was two narratives that were shaping the stories heading into this tournament this year, and that was one, would Scottie Scheffler be able to capture his third green jacket, or would two, Rory McIlroy finally be able to capture that elusive green jacket that he's been chasing to complete his career Grand Slam after a stellar start to his 2025 season. The weather was quite treacherous to begin the week and even saw some of the practice rounds being canceled because of severe storms. But on the actual day of the tournament, the weather couldn't have been more perfect. After the opening round ceremony, which saw Gary Player, Jack Nicklaus, and Tom Watson all hitting the inaugural tee shots, the tournament was well underway. So let's start with the bad. Nick Dunlap. Unfortunately for Nick, he was really going through it in the first round. He ended up shooting an 18 over par and carding a 90, which was the worst score to be had at the Masters since Ben Crenshaw shot a 91 at the 2015 Masters where Jordan Spieth won his first green jacket. For Nick, he ended up sticking it out the entire way, but it was really tough to watch, and it will almost certainly mean that he is going to miss the cut for this year's Masters. But credit where credit is due, he didn't end up withdrawing with any excuses. He actually ended up putting down a 90 and submitting that scorecard. And now for the ugly. Rory McIlroy. I know I said he's a lot of people's betting favorites heading into the tournament, and he has had a sensational start to the 2025 season, but Rory continues to be his own worst enemy at every Masters tournament. He actually started off quite strong in the opening round. He was 4 under through a majority of the first round until he got to the 15th hole where everything started to unwind. On the par 5, he would end up shooting his second shot over the green going long, and he would end up in a very dreaded spot where he would have to chip back onto the green. With the greens being as fast as they are, his chip shot saw the ball just take off and roll right off into the front pond at the front of the green. Afterwards, he would have to take a drop where he would chip to the right side of the green, and then he would 2-putt for a double bogey. You would think this may be the end of it for Rory, and unfortunately, things just kept getting worse when 2 holes later, he would card yet another double bogey. Rory continues to be in his own head, and unfortunately, it's not looking good, but he does have a long way to go, and he did shoot even par on the day, so there is still hope that he can be in contention heading into the weekend, so long as he makes the cut and has a stellar second round showing. And now for the good. Justin Rose would shoot an exceptional 7 under par, beating out second place Ludwig Åberg, Corey Connors, and Scottie Scheffler by 3 strokes. He would have 8 birdies on the day with only 1 bogey coming by way of the 18th hole, and he would finish 3 strokes ahead of everybody else. Freddie Couples would also have a fantastic showing himself, shooting 1 under par at the day and keeping up there with the younger guys at 65 years young. He had an amazing Texas wedge shot on the first hole to sink a birdie, and he would even have a massive hole-out eagle on the 14th hole from just under 200 yards out. Freddie's only goal for this year is to make the cut for the weekend, and I think he's well on his way to doing so with the way he is playing. Scottie Scheffler would also have an impressive opening round with 4 under par with no bogeys on the day, and is well on his way to securing his 3rd victory and getting his 3rd green jacket. And those are the biggest stories to come out of the opening round for the Masters 2025. We're going to have more coverage coming out tomorrow for the second round, so until then everybody, hit him straight and keep him in the fairway, and we will see you very soon for the second round coverage of the Masters.